Yes, the question is, do you think that there is a reason to expel someone from your political party? And if so, is gay marriage one of those reasons? Is voting against gay marriage one of those reasons?
To expel somebody from the Green Party?
Yes.
Yes, isn't it? Yes. How about if this was a Hustings in front of Brighton and Hove Green Party? Because that's what you're talking about, really, isn't it?
Yes.
This was, I don't know if people know, this is the vote on gay marriage in Brighton and Hove, and the whole of the council of Brighton and Hove had already been in favour of this, and basically the Labour Party dropped this as a bomb on the Green Party because they knew that there was a very, very devout Christian who objected on principle to gay marriage, and they just did it on purpose to try and stir up problems in Brighton and Hove Green Party. And it's not the first thing that they've done, and it won't be the last thing either. It's something you have to be very aware of. So do I think someone should be expelled?
So your minute starts now.
Okay. Do I think someone should be expelled?
Not just that. Is there a reason for which we should expel people from the party? The decision hasn't been made yet, and if there are reasons, is voting against gay marriage one of them?
Okay, there are reasons why people should be expelled from the party if they've gone absolutely and fundamentally and consistently against our principles. If they've done something that is radically wrong on an organisational level as well. There was a situation where a former chair of the Green Party did try to nominate himself to be a member of the House of Lords. Tony Blair had promised to make the members of the House of Lords proportionate to the European vote. He tried to put forward his own name and sign it himself, and that didn't work. Try and cajole somebody else in the party to sign it as well, and that was actually picked up by the cabinet unit down at 10 Downing Street. They said this isn't right, and that person, I think, was expelled, and quite rightly so. So there are grounds for that, clearly. Opposition to gay marriage, I don't have a problem with gay marriage at all. I think if someone is consistently getting up on a platform and saying, I disagree with this, I think it's completely wrong, is that grounds for expulsion? I wouldn't say so. If someone's got a very strong personally held belief, then they have to say, I'm sorry, I agree with everything else that the party says, but on this one particular issue I can't be with you. Then I think we have to be understanding like that.
Obviously there are reasons why people should be expelled from the Green Party. I mean, I work for the Nottingham City Council at the moment, and there's certainly, if I brought the council into disrepute along with a lot of other in front of a lot of members of the public or something, then that would be grounds for dismissal. So I would imagine that it has been the case. In fact, I've been involved in cases where I've been part of a panel where people have been dismissed, although it's more than actually dismissed. But if you do something really against the Green Party, if you go and spread rumours and really be on the side of the Labour Party or the Conservatives or anything else, then yes, there is a good reason to be expelled. I think it would depend, as far as the gay marriage thing is concerned, I think it would depend on the actual circumstances of that. So I think one person, we don't, as far as I know, I certainly don't, there's only two of us, but we don't run a whip system.
No.
So that person, it's a kind of free vote every time with the Green Party. On the grounds that most people agree with most of the policies, and there's not really a great deal of difference. But yes, with these kind of things, there will be a bit of difference because there are people who hold these kind of religious beliefs. Although there are plenty of people who are within Christians who do agree with gay marriage. So I certainly think gay marriage is absolutely fine. So I think it would depend on the circumstances. So if this particular person went round saying, the Green Party's and making a really big deal of it, then it might be grounds for expulsion. But if it was just a little vote where one person didn't vote with the way the rest of the then perhaps not.
I'm proud to belong to a party that does not have a whip system, and that does not make its members follow a party line or always be on message. But I would say that we have our list of 10 core principles, and if you breach those, then I believe that is the limit. If you go against the core principles, then yes, you should leave the party. Also, if you're if you do something grossly wrong, like corruption or serious criminal offences. And as for the gay marriage, I say that marriage is in civil law in this country, therefore it is a civil right. If you oppose equal civil rights for everybody, regardless of sexual orientation or whatever, then I'm afraid you are a bigot. Just plain and simple. Whether that's even if that's for religious reasons, I say bigotry dressed up in prayer is still bigotry. And if you oppose equal civil rights for people, then I call you a bigot. And I believe that opposing gay marriage does go against one of our core principles. It may be, I believe, number 5, about everybody has the right to be treated equally regardless of race, gender, sexual orientation and so on.
Thanks.
I suspect this may have been prompted by the situation in Brighton.
Okay.
I was hoping to get a question about Brighton. It wasn't this one, but regarding the question, as I understand it, the person concerned has been asked to leave the Green Party group, and that is certainly, I think, appropriate because it was a very public issue in Brighton, and they were seen to be standing against party policy, which was promoted as being quite an important party policy in Brighton. So I think it's correct for them to have been asked to leave the group. I don't think they should be expelled from the party. I think there are grounds for being expelled from the party, and I think it would be violent and aggressive behaviour to another Green Party member or participation in a racist or homophobic organisation that actually try to victimise people because of their colour, their creed, or their gender, or their sexuality. So I think there are boundaries. I don't think this would be a reason for somebody to be expelled from the party. And if that's being proposed, then I think I'm against it. But certainly I think it's not appropriate for that person to remain within a group on a local authority.
I'm really passionate about equality. I think that gay or not gay, people should be allowed to marry. So I don't share any of the view of this gentleman. I do, though, think, generally speaking, not this example, it is very healthy to have different views in a party. We need to have the discussion. We need to invite different views so we can develop our policies from a strong point and actually invite other people who may be a little bit critical still to be able to come to the Green Party and join the discussions. So generally speaking, I think it's good that we have different views. I don't share this view. I cannot comment on this case if I think they should be expelled or not from the party. There are reasons I would say somebody should be expelled from the party, similar to what my colleagues already have said. If this gentleman was just against gay marriage but didn't publicly, repeatedly promote that, I think that would be fine, but it sounds like there may have been a bigger issue, and so in that case it may be necessary to consider it. I cannot comment on that, but yeah, thank you.